All right, cocktail lovers and entrepreneurial minds, gather around.
Yeah, we're diving deep into the world of Bartesian today.
The company that's kind of like having your own personal bartender right at home.
Right, and we're not just talking about the gadget itself.
No. This is about the founder, Ryan Close.
The guy turned a simple idea
Well, maybe not so simple.
into a $100 million business.
And get this, in just 3 years.
I know, right? It's wild.
We're pulling from this awesome article on entrepreneur.com.
Oh yeah, I read that one.
It profiles Close's entire journey.
All the highs and lows.
Oprah, Kickstarter campaigns, the whole shebang.
Okay, but what really got me
What's that?
is how Close built consistent revenue right from the start.
That's not your typical startup story.
No, not at all.
So we got to figure out how he did it.
Exactly.
But first, let's rewind a bit.
Okay, back to the beginning.
Picture college-age Ryan Close.
Got it.
He's not just dreaming about cocktails.
He's actually a professional bartender.
Already you can see where this is headed.
Right, like it's in his DNA.
It's crucial, I think,
Oh, absolutely.
because Close wasn't just some business guy who saw a quick buck.
Yeah, he really understood cocktails.
The art, the complexity, the whole experience.
And most importantly, he saw how hard it was to recreate that at home.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Okay, I'm thinking
Making a truly good cocktail.
it's a lot more than just mixing some stuff together.
You need a million different bottles.
You gotta be precise with measurements.
Most of
Yeah.
us, let's be real, we don't have that bartender flair.
Nope, we do not.
So Close gets to work.
Okay, what does he do?
Spends years developing the product.
We're not talking about some overnight invention, are we?
No way. Years of testing, refining, perfecting.
This guy's methodical.
And his market research, it's not just sending out a few surveys.
What did he do? Go door to door?
Almost. He talked to thousands of potential customers.
Thousands. Wow.
Yeah, he wanted to understand their pain points.
What were people struggling with?
Big thing. Consistency,
Ugh. So their cocktails were turning out different every time.
even when they followed a recipe.
Makes sense.
That's where the Bartesian capsules come in.
The pre-measured pods.
Exactly. Premium ingredient.
Perfect proportions.
Every time.
So smart.
That's how he tackled the whole shelf-stable cocktail issue, too.
Right. Because booze and juice don't exactly last forever.
And it made talking to suppliers easier.
Oh, I bet.
He could say, look, I'm solving a real problem here.
Not just selling another gadget.
And get this, he secured letters of intent from major retailers.
Wait, like who?
Williams-Sonoma, Macy's, the big names.
Before he even had a finished product.
That's right. Bold move.
Shows he was serious.
Imagine going to investors with that kind of support.
That's not just an idea, that's a business in the making.
Talk about reducing risk.
Genius.
But okay, it wasn't all smooth sailing.
Oh, there were bumps in the road.
For sure, like the Kickstarter campaign.
They hit their funding goal though, right?
They did, which is great, but then they had to figure out manufacturing,
Over 1,000 machines.
all on their own.
Whoa, that's a lot of pressure.
Startup life, right.
You gotta roll with the punches.
They had to learn on the fly.
About production, supply chains, quality control.
Everything.
I bet that was a crash course.
And don't forget, they still had to make sure those capsules were shelf stable.
Right, the whole point is convenience.
Logistical nightmare.
So how'd they crack that?
Partnered with a company specializing in food science,
The experts.
beverage technology, the whole 9 yards.
Makes you realize there's so much going on behind the scenes.
You're right. Like, it's not just about mixing drinks.
There's science involved.
So all this prep work, the research, the supply chain wrangling,
It all led to launch day.
and this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
Close claims they had consistent revenue right from the get-go.
Most startups? They're burning cash left and right.
How did Bartesian buck the trend?
Yeah, what's the secret sauce?
Well, apart from all the prep,
The retail partnerships?
Close credits a strategic partnership with Hamilton Beach.
Oh, interesting, like a collaboration.
They leveraged Hamilton Beach's existing network,
Manufacturing, distribution, the whole shebang.
instant scale and reach.
That's brilliant.
Right. But hold on, we're not done yet.
There's more.
Dread.
Oprah. How could I forget Oprah?
Landing on her favorite things list is like hitting the jackpot.
I wonder how that happened.
It's got to be a mix of luck and strategy.
Great product, but also knowing how to get it in front of the right people.
Whatever they did, it worked.
Game changer.
In just 3 years, they went from Kickstarter to over 100 million in sales.
Wow. That's incredible growth.
Online, brick and mortar stores, even eyeing global markets.
World domination, here they come.
But amidst all this success,
What's important to close?
he still prioritizes the human element.
Oh, I like that.
The article highlights how he finds the most joy in customer stories.
Not just the money.
He loves hearing about how Bartesian brings people together.
Creating those shared cocktail moments.
Smart business, actually.
How so?
Because it shows he understands it's not just about machines and capsules.
It's about creating an experience.
It's a feeling.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Ryan Close's journey.
The birth of Bartesian.
Those early challenges.
But we can't forget the at-home cocktail market is getting crowded. Where does Bartesian fit in now?
That's the million-dollar question.
Are they keeping up with the competition?
What are their strategies for staying ahead?
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's dive into that.
We'll unpack all that and more in the next part of our deep dive.
Can't wait. So we've heard the Bartesian origin story.
Right, from college bartender to cocktail machine mogul.
But let's be real.
What's on your mind?
Is this thing actually worth it?
You mean, is it all hype?
Kinda? Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but there are so many options now.
Oh, tons of them.
Single-serve pods?
Full-blown bartending systems?
Even those DIY kits.
You know, like Tom Cruise in Cocktail. Exactly. Bartesian was a pioneer.
But they're facing some serious competition.
Even big names are getting in on the action.
Like who?
Drinkworks, Keurig.
Using their existing tech?
For cocktails.
It's a wild world out there.
It really is.
But what's interesting
How
is
is it?
how each company approaches it differently.
Different strategies.
Some are all about speed and simplicity.
Like push a button, get a drink,
Others are more about customization,
tweaking recipes.
using your own spirits,
It comes down to your priorities.
as a consumer, of course.
Convenience versus control.
And then there's the price.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
These machines can get expensive,
Hundreds, even thousands of dollars.
plus the ongoing cost of capsules.
It's like the printer and ink trap.
Right. You get hooked.
So, thinking about competition.
And where does Bartesian stack up?
Well, they've got simplicity going for them,
User-friendly.
even for beginners.
Pop in a capsule, choose your strength, done.
Like the Nespresso of cocktails.
Exactly. And they use premium brands.
You're not sacrificing quality.
Plus, they've built a strong brand identity.
Bartesian, it's like a synonym for those premium at-home cocktails.
And they've got that lifestyle element down.
Oh yeah, I've seen their stuff.
Recipes, tips, party ideas.
It's more than just a machine,
It's an experience.
aspiring to that cocktail culture.
But we can't forget the competition.
What are they doing differently?
Customization seems to be a big one.
Machines that let you use your own spirits and mixers.
More flexibility.
More control.
Some even let you create your own cocktails.
Programming your own recipes.
Pretty cool for the serious mixologists out there.
Right, and then there's sustainability.
Oh, that's becoming huge.
Consumers are more aware of waste.
Companies are responding.
Reusable capsules.
Eco-friendly packaging.
It's a trend.
Does Bartesian have a strong stance on that?
I mean, they use those single-use capsules.
Could be a drawback for some,
They do have a recycling program.
but it's not perfect.
So, as consumers, we have a lot to consider.
It's not just about finding a machine that works.
There are so many factors.
Convenience, customization, price, sustainability.
What matters most to you?
It's different for everyone.
No one-size-fits-all solution.
So, to sum up this part of our deep dive,
Bartesians facing competition.
but they're holding their own
Strong.
user-friendly experience.
Premium cocktails. Conveniently.
But the landscape is changing. Consumers are getting more discerning.
Want more choices, more control.
Sustainability is a factor.
It all matters.
So, where does this leave us, the cocktail lovers?
Well, in a good spot, I'd say.
More options than ever before.
Casual sipper or cocktail connoisseur.
There's something out there for everyone.
But we gotta be informed.
Do our research.
Compare features, read reviews.
Think about what we really want.
Don't just buy the first shiny thing you see.
Right. Understand the tech, pros and cons.
Think long term.
Great advice.
So I think we've covered the market landscape.
The trends shaping at-home mixology.
But something's been on my mind.
What's that?
We've talked about external factors.
The competition, the trends.
But what about Bartesian's internal strategy?
Oh, good point.
How are they adapting?
What are the plans for the future?
Are they innovating?
Or just sticking with the same old thing?
That's a great question.
And a perfect segue into our next part.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
We'll be looking at Bartesian's growth strategies,
Their global ambitions.
even some personal reflections from Chloe.
And building a lasting business.
It's gonna get juicy.
Can't wait.
Okay, so we've explored the competition, we've seen the trends, But now I really want to dig into Bartesian's internal strategy.
How they're tackling these changes.
Exactly. How are they navigating this evolving market?
Well, it seems like Bartesian isn't just sitting still. They're actively evolving, expanding, trying to stay ahead.
What are they focusing on?
One key area is, you guessed it, sustainability.
Oh, interesting. They're addressing that capsule waste issue.
Exactly. They're partnering with a company specializing in, well, biodegradable and compostable packaging.
So no more plastic.
That's the goal. Within the next few years, they're aiming for fully sustainable capsules.
Wow, that's a big commitment.
It shows they're listening,
Wow.
taking those concerns seriously.
For sure. What else are they doing?
Well, there's also product development.
Okay, what's new on that front?
They've launched a new line of capsules catering to the low alcohol and non-alcoholic cocktail trend.
Ah, so they're tapping into that sober, curious movement.
Exactly, recognizing that not everyone wants a boozy drink all the time.
Yeah, more mindful options.
Right, and they've also expanded their range of flavors.
A variety.
More unique, more exotic.
Give me an example.
They're partnering with smaller craft distilleries, mixologists,
Oh,
creating those limited edition, artisanal offerings.
So they're appealing to both ends of the spectrum.
The health conscious and the cocktail connoisseur.
Smart, casting a wider net.
And it's not just product innovation.
What else?
Global expansion, they've launched in a few European markets.
Wow, taking over the world.
They're exploring Asia, South America.
Ambitious.
They see the potential.
It's a global cocktail party.
Something else that caught my eye.
Yeah.
Close is really into fostering community.
Oh, I like that.
They have an online platform, people can share custom recipes.
Tips, even host virtual parties.
It's a whole ecosystem.
A Bartesian community.
It's smart, tapping into that desire for connection,
Especially these days.
sharing a love of cocktails.
So they're not just selling a product,
They're selling an experience.
but amidst all this business stuff.
What about Close himself?
Yeah, what about his reflections?
On building a lasting business.
What were some key takeaways?
Well, one thing that stuck with me was passion.
You gotta love what you do.
He said you won't make it through the tough times without it.
It's easy to get caught up in the hustle.
But passion, that's the fuel.
It makes sense.
And he also stressed resilience.
Oh, yeah, that's key.
Entrepreneurship is a roller coaster.
Ups and downs.
You gotta weather the storms, learn from mistakes.
Keep going.
Exactly, embrace the chaos.
And finally, he talked about the importance of a great team.
Can't do it alone.
Surround yourself with talented people.
Shared vision.
It's a team effort.
Building a successful business, it's more than just a product.
Or a marketing strategy.
It's passion, resilience, leadership.
So, as we wrap up our Bartesian deep dive,
What are some key takeaways for our listeners?
whether they're entrepreneurs or just cocktail lovers,
Well, success is rarely a straight line.
there will be bumps along the way.
Challenges, setbacks, twists and turns.
But with passion, perseverance, and adaptation.
You can achieve your goals.
And success isn't just about money.
It's about creating something meaningful.
Something that brings joy, fosters connection.
Makes the world a little better.
Bartesian is a great example.
They've created a product that brings people together,
encourages exploration,
elevates those everyday moments,
and they've done it responsibly.
innovating, evolving,
Cheers to Bartesian,
for shaking things up,
and cheers to all of you.
pursuing your passion.
Making your mark on the world.
Well said.
That wraps up our deep dive.
Into Bartesian and the world of at-home mixology.
We hope you enjoyed the journey.
Learned a thing or two.
Until next time.
Happy mixing!